Hey, g'day guys, this is AussieStig. Today we're checking out the Asetek SimSports Invicta pedals. They've been kind enough to ship us out a set for review. The first thing we'll be doing is a small unboxing just to reveal the pedals, and after that we'll take a closer look once they're out of the box. Let's dive into the unboxing. The packaging is all sustainable. The whole set is packaged in cardboard, so there's no actual polystyrene within the packaging. Let's get on with removing it from the box. Spin that around. We haven't seen inside the box yet, so let's just open that up. And that was the top. So the first thing we see when we open the box is their motto: excellence is not a skill, it's an attitude. A couple of cables in here. USB-A to USB-C by the look of it, and then we have a smaller box. Alright, so let's get the pedals out. This just pops out. Nicely done. Just some folded cardboard to keep the pedals in place during shipping. Let's whip them out. And there we have it. So these look certainly more polished than I remember at the Sim Expo. They've got a nice finish to them, and everything's cast aluminium from the pedal arms to the pedal base. And yeah, it's a nice looking unit. It's actually quite light. I'm surprised how light it is. As you can see, the cast aluminium pedal arms, they've been polished on the edges, that dark grey colour in between. I like the orange highlights on the adjustable sections of the pedal set, but nice to look at. Bottom's sealed up with some sort of rubber mat, so you can't actually look inside the pedals. You can see the throttle here, and the brake is supposed to be rock hard, and that's what it says in the user guide. And the strip here is for RGB LEDs. If you want to use that on your rig, you don't have to, but you can use it. Yeah, nice embossed text here. Overall, a nice looking set of pedals, and certainly very light. I'm actually surprised how light they are. They're nicely finished, everything looks well machined. Looking at it from the back, you have the Asetek logo there, and this is the brake mechanism, which is hydraulic. So there's two shafts that move in opposite directions when you apply the brakes, which is supposed to mimic a real car's hydraulic brake system. These two orange sections here are the lock nuts that hold the elastomers in place. The elastomers actually slide into this section here. And Asetek offers a green, white and black. Green being the hardest, white is just under hard, and then black is the softest, and that's more like a road car feel. They suggest to use the white one in their user guide, as that gives the most realistic feel in most racing conditions and types of racing cars that you happen to use in your titles. This is an integrated heel rest, so this is not adjustable. You can adjust the throw of the pedals. I've been reading up the user guide. You can adjust the throw of the pedal and the angle, but Asetek suggests actually drive with them as they come from the factory for at least 5 hours or so, and then after that you can start tweaking it more to your taste. But they are modelled on a real race car system, so the positioning, the vertical face of the brake pedal at 90 degrees to the base is what you get in a race car, and also the brake stands proud of the throttle and in a moment the clutch. Okay, let's unbox the clutch pedal. This should be a similar unboxing. We also have a top latch just like the previous box. Remove that one first and open the lid. Same motto on the inside of the clutch pedal. Okay, so let's take a closer look at the clutch pedal. The actual machining is identical to the brake and throttle pedal, of course. You can see on the front face we also have the raised rings as per the other pedals. Yeah, a nice cast aluminium finish on it. It's extremely light. It weighs probably half that of what a stainless steel set would weigh. We can see there's a rather large fulcrum mechanism here for the clutch, and I have pressed it just quickly, and the clutch is extremely hard to press. I'm expecting big things from these pedals when we finally get them on the play seat. They definitely have that racy feel with everything being heavy mechanical, which is what I like. Further on the bottom of the clutch pedal we have a similar mat as the throttle and brake pedal have. there's nothing really visible. There's a little electronic connection here. That will be the connection from the clutch to the main pedal set. And on the side here we have holes that actually join up the clutch to the pedals. That forms one large 3-pedal set. RGB again here, the heel rest, which is not adjustable. Let's get the brake and throttle pedal next to it. That's what the complete set will look like once it's mounted to the playseat. Again, a static heel rest, and then these 3 knobs on the front there for adjusting the pedal face angles. Asetek does suggest that you try the pedals out as they come from the factory. They've set them up to replicate a real race car, also in their positions, their vertical positions. Maybe some people have rigs where that's just not possible, so you have got the option to adjust them. You can see the return springs for each pedal would prohibit the actual pedals from being moved laterally, so there is no adjustment for that. You can move the pedal faces themselves. They have a range of adjustment for these top holes here, where you can actually separate them or put them closer together depending on your foot size. They look super solid. There's no real lateral movement on the pedals themselves, or hardly any. Yeah, they all feel very solid in their mounts, so I don't think there'll be much problem with heel and toeing. Some pedal sets do tend to have a side or a lateral movement when you're sim racing vigorously and heel and toeing it. But this shouldn't be the case with these pedals. They feel quite solid. As I said, the clutch pedal is quite hard to push in. The brake pedal is supposed to be rock solid to push. I believe the brake pedal is set at 40 bar from the factory, but it can go all the way up to 100 bar or 185 kilos on the pedal plate. And the throttle has the hardest spring fitted to it, straight out of the box. So basically how I like to use the pedals. I don't see myself having to tweak them much at all. And I will follow the suggestions of Asetek and drive them as they are, as they came out of the box, with no mechanical adjustments, and maybe some tweaking of the software for dead zones and things like that. But I'm looking forward to getting them on the Playseat Sensation Pro with the D-Box Gen 3 motion system on it, and putting them through their paces. Alright, next up we're going to be fitting them to the playseat. That will be part 2 of this series, where we get to drive with the Asetek SimSports Invicta pedals. I'll be able to give you more detailed information on how they feel and how they are to set up with the software, etc. So stay tuned, guys. And if you like this video, please help support the channel and hit the like and subscribe buttons, and stay tuned for more to come from AussieStig.